What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Mamak Sessions. That's right, you can't go out to the Mamak stalls, so we bring the Mamak Sessions to you. Today is day... Okay, I can't remember what day it is for the restricted movement order, but we're broadcasting from home. My name is Jenny Boy, and we got a few friends that are on the show with us today to basically talk about what's up, what's going on. A lot of things have been announced since we last spoke, and we just want to talk about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say hello to Mr. Ryan Yee on the other side. What up, what up, what up?
What's up, guys? We're here recording live, remotely, because stay at home, everyone. Don't go out.
Yeah,
Don't be a little TV and go out.
Yeah, I know. And of course, unless if you need to buy essentials, then you can go out. So, as it is...
And only essentials, yeah? Very important,
I know.
Okay?
What is your biggest essential, Ryan?
My biggest essential? Food, Lord, not what else is essential.
Oh, yeah.
I just need to eat, I need to drink my water only.
Okay, cool. All right, that's fine. But ladies and gentlemen, today we have another person that's going to be on most sessions. We've had him on the show twice. We're bringing him back again because we just love talking to him, lad. Mr. Jason Leong, what's up?
Hello, I'm on the show because I need to talk to people.
You're not the only one, Jason. I think, safe for sure, you're not the only one who needs to talk to people.
Yeah.
I think introverts can all go and die.
you know what's the funny thing? Because I read this article about China where I don't know when everybody was in a lockdown, they said that the crime rate went down, this went down, that went down, but the divorce cases went up.
Oh, yeah.
It must be a joke, but I can understand why.
Oh.
Jin, how are you and your wife?
We're fine. Actually, we're completely okay. I mean, here's the thing though, because like me and my wife we see each other at home, we see each other at work. Other than the occasional, your underwear is everywhere. You don't help around the house. I'm always taking care of the baby. Yeah, I think we're okay.
Hey, your wife sounds exactly like mine.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but I mean, like, I think we're fine. We have basically developed this competitiveness on Overcooked 2, which is a game on Nintendo Switch, and she's.
My God, that game is crazy. The game is so intense. Not gonna lie.
It is, dude. It could if you want to have two couples break up, you can basically ask them to play Overcooked, and next thing you know, they'll be breaking up with each other. And I just introduced Michelle to Kingdom Season 1, and she's watching it and she's afraid because it's zombies.
Yeah, my wife also afraid of it. I don't know why.
Really? Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, my wife watches the show. The Haunting of House Hill.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I heard the show is actually quite scary,
She watches it with like a pillow and blanket because like that's how scary it is. It's a very, very good show. It's very, very scary.
I've never really understood why, when someone is actually scared of something, their security will be a blanket and a pillow. And this always applies to, a broad perspective of people. And I used to have a security pillow when I was young, and I call it my PP. And every time I was afraid, even though in school, I would bring it there as well. I'm not sure if you guys had one of your own.
Yeah, but I think now we all need a security blanket of some sorts, man. The world is ending.
Oh God. I don't know lah. I mean, today is day 11. Mushrooms have started to grow.
Day 11 already?
Yeah, it's day 11. So I mean, we gotta look at it in a positive way. We only have 17 more days to go.
Yeah, only 17, man. No big deal.
Yeah,
it's 2 more weeks.
Yeah. And the thing is, as we go further and further into this whole thing, right? I realize that a lot of people, and when I say a lot of people, I just mean me, tend to get a little bit more and more paranoid when it comes to going out to get stuff. It's because you're just been locked up at home for so long, and then when you just step out the door, there's a lot of like, oh my God, what's gonna happen now? Oh my God, what's going on? You know what I mean? You're so not used to the quietness and the emptiness of the roads and stuff like that, and it just makes you feel weird in some sort of way. I'm not sure if you guys feel the same.
I find it beautiful when I'm outside because now there are no cars, and it's a very surreal way to see Malaysia. Like you go on Federal Highway and there are no cars. You're on the LDP and there are no cars, so it's very interesting. It's like playing a Malaysian version of Fallout,
Oh yeah. No, but I totally understand what you mean, Jane. It's like, at home there's a sense of security.
Yeah.
And because you've been stuck home so long, when every time you leave the house, that's why there's that fear, there's that uncertainty of like, oh shit, what is gonna happen?
Yeah, exactly.
This virus is out there. It's like hiding in every corner, waiting to jump at me.
Yeah.
I when I go grocery shopping, I feel like it's like a quest, it's like an adventure. I have to go and get the supplies
Oh
back
my
home
God.
safely. Then right. Then when everybody,
Yeah.
And
Do you know, like, you guys watched the last time you watched Walking Dead like that, right?
yeah.
You know, like when they send their group of hunters to go out and look for supplies,
Oh my
and
God.
then to come back home safe and sound.
It's exactly like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yes, it's exactly like that. Oh my God, dude! I'm not sure whether you guys have gone through the same way. When I went out for the first time to get groceries, I went to Empire Supang, and I was there. Okay, being the kiasu person, I went there at 10 o'clock because it opens at 10:30, right? By the time I got there was a long line, at least like I would say at least 200 meters long, and
Oh my god, that's crazy.
yeah. Okay. The good thing is everybody was practicing social distancing, which is great. Okay. Although I would say that some people are idiots because they know how to keep their distance. 1 meter is 1 meter, but I don't think they understand how to basically measure 1 meter without any aids around them. But yes, everybody is practicing social distancing. But once you get into the supermarket, it's just a free for all. There's no social distancing is basically out the window once you get into shop. I'm not sure where you guys went through the same thing.
So far, I've been to Cheetah Mall and the Village Grocer in Cheetah Mall and Tesco. It's okay. It's just when I went there, people they were not as crowded as before. It's also quite easy because it's like there's almost no one there.
Oh wow, okay.
What time did you go? Just curious.
Normally after 8 lah.
At
8 a.m. or p.m.
PM 8 PM.
p.m. That's why there's no one. Because I found out like what Jim said early in the morning when they first opened. That's when the most people are there.
Yeah.
So that's why
Yeah.
now also I always go like after lunch, very odd hour, like maybe 3 something, 4 o'clock.
Here's the thing I don't
lesser and lesser people.
Here's the thing I don't understand. I don't understand why people are panic buying because there's not going to be a shortage. They're not going to stop you from going grocery shopping, and that people are panic buying, and we have no more gardenia bread. Like what? How much bread can you eat? You know what I mean? Like because see, bread has an expiry date. Okay, if you say you hoard, you panic buy toilet paper, I understand because you can use toilet paper forever. But bread can last 3 or 4 days. How much bread are you all eating, man? You know what I mean? Like, are you? You must be shoving bread up your ass.
No,
There are no bread. No. Yeah,
it's the people who cannot buy toilet paper. That's why they buy bread to wipe their butt.
Check this out. My wife went to buy bread, couldn't find any of the gardenia or not even the Massimo brand.
Oh my god!
So she ended up buying this gardenia brand, but it's a purple brand of bread. It's called Canadian, don't know what kind of wheat. Canadian wheat, it is purple, like the packaging is purple. I have to eat purple gardenia bread. Really. I didn't know it existed, man. What the? How? I hope those people who buy all those bread, right, they get diabetes or something, man.
What the?
No, but exactly the same thing. I went to buy bread, right? Like you said, you have to buy some really off-brand, never heard before. I bought one called Fuji Bakery. I never even knew this bread brand existed, Just because there's no more Gardenia and Massimo.
It's so funny. But for us, we because we couldn't get any bread, so my mother was a bit different lah. She made her own bread.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. Just one day, all of a sudden, right? She was like, she came out, and then I went grocery shopping, and then I bought croissant, of course, as a bit of bread. She's like, "Hey, did you buy bread?" I was like, "Oh, no, it's out of stock." Then she's like, and she just went to the kitchen and very frustrated, open one cabinet, open another cabinet. After you hear tong 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 tong, then after that you see her rolling something, and then after that she basically preheats the oven. She brings the dough outside. What are you doing? I'm letting the dough rise. I'm like, oh, okay. And then she cooks it, and then after that, once it's done, she basically eats herself butter and bread.
Oh my god.
And I think if you ask why people are hoarding bread, my mom loves bread. I don't know why. It's always like every time I ask her for even before the lockdown, Ma, what do you want to eat for dinner? Then I will suggest a few things. Pizza? No, I don't like pizza. Do you want KFC? No, I hate KFC. It's very unhealthy. Do you want McDonald's? Don't want fast food. Then she's like, never mind, I eat bread. She always does this. Yeah, so I think the elder people just love eating bread for some reason.
Wow.
we learn something new every day. and she got so frustrated she made her own bread. Yeah, that's how far an elderly would go if you don't give them bread. So yeah.
So why can't all those panic buyers make their own bread and then let me buy my bread, which I don't make myself?
I just
I think 1,000 other people out there are asking the same question.
I mean, all these elderly people clearly have the skills to make bread.
Make their bread.
I don't, so let me go and buy the bread.
But okay lah, but like for me, like going out to do grocery shopping is always like it's always very scary because I think like I go to Jai Grocer in Empire Subang and the Jai Grocer over here, it's not to say really really big. I mean it's and because it's small, then you know everybody will always like pack up the aisles and stuff like that. And it just got me. It just gets me to think. You know, you say that you know you don't want to have mass gathering or big gatherings to lower down the risk to basically you know have a higher risk of infecting people with the virus or having the virus spread. Right now, you know, the supermarkets I would say is an area where you know it's a high risk. It's a high chance that someone could actually get infected from the supermarket. I mean, what do you guys think about that?
Supermarkets, I think still okay as long as it's not super very crowded like the ones you know at the wet markets.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I think recently there's one. I think 2-3 days ago there was reported one of the big band grocers or supermarkets was infected. So
Yeah, exactly. So and you know the thing is it's this whole virus thing is actually getting closer than you think it is, because like one of my friends actually went to the place to shop on the same day that the person was reported to have COVID-19, and you know it's just scary lah. You know what I mean? So I was like, for me, it's like I was like so paranoid, you know, because you basically confine yourself in a house, right? You think all sorts of things. I was even like trying to think of a way to actually minimize contact and to minimize a risk of people getting infected when they go to supermarkets. If supermarkets were to make everything a jalan sahala, that means a one-way path. That means when you go in, right, you have to basically go through this path to get whatever you want. If your milk is in zone C, you have to go through A and B. If your meats are in zone Z, you have to go through A, B, C, D, E, F, G into Z. So at least it's like you go one way, you take whatever you need. Once you get to Z, you don't turn back.
Yeah. I can understand, but then you know how sometimes you go back and forth, and then after you lose your train of thought. It might be difficult, especially for the elderly.
No, actually, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Actually, especially for the husbands. The husbands are the ones who are basically lost when it comes to grocery shopping. I can speak firsthand because I did it. Yeah, but okay. If you're just listening, obviously yesterday our Prime Minister actually announced a stimulus package, which is a stimulus to basically help the economy, which is actually suffering from this pandemic. And basically, I went through everything, and I don't know. Does it benefit any of you?
I think I might be able to get 500 ringgit. Wow, so much money.
So what? You get 500 ringgit?
Okay lah, better than nothing lah.
What, a month?
Total. No. It's like 500 ringgit. You get 250 in April and 250 in May. That's it.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Jason?
But to be fair, go ahead, Jason.
Are you getting because you're single bonus or what? Or
Yeah. So I think I'm keempat.
But if you're an employee, don't you get some kind of relief as well? You get some certain payments or something?
I mean, I'm still getting my paycheck Hoarding.
Yeah.
I think so that's why I'm not too worried about that, because thankfully, thank God, I still have a paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand like why some people will be angry. Is like, because I looking through all the categories. Yes, like my brother, he doesn't fit into any of those categories, so he doesn't get anything. But the thing is, he's still getting a paycheck, so he's not the person who needs that money lah.
Exactly.
To be fair,
it's true. And okay, I think like for employees who are going to be getting a subsidy from the government. I think one of the criteria is if you get a pay cut of at least 50%, if I'm not mistaken, then yes, you are entitled to getting something from the government. But then again, there's also other factors for you to basically go get subsidies from the government. Let's say, for example, if your entire household collectively is earning less than $4,000, then you get a subsidy. And your electric bills get a discount. And I think like like single people get some money and stuff like that. So yeah, I agree with Ryan. If you're currently still getting a paycheck from your employee and your employee hasn't like, slashed your pay or whatever not, then I think you should still be okay.
Why do single people get this extra money?
Honestly, that's a very good question. I don't know why. I would imagine if you are with a family, you would likely need that money more. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just my thinking, correct?
Again, I don't understand why, as a culture, we love to help single people.
I think maybe because when you're
People who
single,
have the least to spend on.
no, maybe
No, I mean like, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah, actually, that's a very good question. Can you imagine, right, that one subsidy to all single people would actually cause all couples to break up just to get that subsidy? It's quite sad.
Yeah, but single by the way means unmarried. So I mean, they can't prove whether you're a boyfriend or girlfriend. So it's as long as you're not married, you get the money. It doesn't make sense. Already, I'm giving you all money for ang pao for Chinese New Year.
Oh,
Use the ang pao money, man. What the hell do you with ang pao money?
Actually, I feel you know what they should have added. I feel they should have added a clause for people with young families with young children, because I feel they will kind of need some money as well, to buy formula and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel there should be a clause written into that somewhere.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's easy for us to live in our bubble and make jokes about 500 ringgit or whatever. But actually, a lot of people need those 500 ringgit here, 500 ringgit desperately. If not, they'll starve. So I know it's a sad state to realize that actually most of Malaysia is very poor.
To be honest, I just want to say this: like, if you read through the entire stimulus plan and realize that nothing applies to you, you actually should be grateful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you should be grateful that you don't need to rely on this to basically survive. Because I'm not sure if you guys saw this post on Facebook, but there was this lady who basically was condemning the whole stimulus, and because the stimulus basically benefits more of those who are in the B40 category and also the M40, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So there was this lady who came to Facebook. Obviously, it went viral. I'm not sure if you guys actually saw it. She's like, "What about the?"
I didn't, huh?
Yeah. What about the T20 people? Do you know how much the T20 people have to pay for internet? We have to pay 100 ringgit for internet.
God.
We have to pay a rental for a water purifier. We have to pay this. So she's basically listing out all the expensive stuff that the rich people actually pay
I want
for.
to slap this woman.
I have to read this. Can you link me and send me?
Yeah.
Tag me.
I can't remember it. This T20 it was.
Please send it to me.
I need to.
Yeah, if she's T20, she doesn't need it. Oh my god, she's talking about paying for her water purifier rental lah.
I need
How about
to.
the people in B40 who can't even pay for drinking water?
And what about people who are homeless? They don't have they will love to have a water purifier.
Okay,
what
so
a problem to have.
You know damn sad. Imagine the police, you're homeless, the police come to you, hey, buat apa? Duduk rumah. Then you go to police. Bang, tak ada rumah lah, bang.
Oh man. Okay, I found it. I found it. So okay, I'm gonna read it to you guys. Okay. So okay, I'm not gonna say her name.
Send it to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna basically not read her name, but this is her Facebook post. So, all right. So
if the post is public, then you can read her name.
Yeah, technically it is. Wait, you know what? I'm okay because this is on Twitter, so I'm just gonna. She's gotten a lot of backlash, by the way.
Nice.
And
Quickly send it to me before it gets taken down.
Oh wow, she's here and yeah, and okay. Wait, wait. I found it. Okay, cool. Well, you know what? I'll send it to you guys in a bit. I don't know how to copy link. I'm an old man over here. So her name is Farah. Okay, so I'm just gonna read her post over here. She says that I appreciate the government's initiative to help every golongan B40, M40, and T20 alike. My question is, why is B40 getting more than the other groups since M40 and T20 mempunyai kos sara hidup yang lebih besar? Jika ada orang yang lebih terbeban dari segi kewangan, it's M40 and T20. They're only given the options to defer their house loan and hire purchase plus lesser cash help. Now, B40, pakai prepaid RM30 sebulan. Maintenance RM15. Electric and air bawah RM100. Hantar anak ke taska atau rumah jiran, tak hantar kena bayar. M40 and T20, Unify, RM150 a month. Postpaid, RM80 a month. Insurance minimum, RM200 a month. Other subscription, cloud, Netflix, classes. Electric and air yang lebih mahal, RM300 300 ringgit ke atas. Water purifier rental, maintenance bill rumah 200 ringgit, investment plans, hantar anak ke preschool 800 to 1k per month.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So kos makan tak yah cakap. Everyone knows how to eat rice and telur if they have to. Kita tolak siap high purchase. Bagaimana dengan M40 or T20 yang duduk menyewa? Commitments above masih kena bayar bila tak bekerja. Adakah businesses that contracted the M40 and T20 memberi sebarang kelonggaran kepada M40 or T20? So that's that.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
I have to address this in my next episode of the all day show with no budget with Jason Leong. I have to. Can you please send me this link? Send me the link or whatever, please.
I'm okay. I'll send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link on the Twitter link, and then after that you'll be able to search her name on Facebook. So yeah, I mean, yeah lah. You know, at the end of the day, no, you can't please everyone, right?
That's true. That's true.
Whatever.
I was just having this conversation with my family also. We were saying like, if the government don't do anything, then we complain. Or government don't do anything.
Yeah.
The government give out this incentive, people gonna complain. Why the money is going to these people, not going to that people?
Yeah,
In the end, like you say lah, you can't please anyone lah. Everyone.
Yeah. It's like to be honest, right? It's like everybody. I'm pretty sure when the Prime Minister announced it, everybody was going through. Okay, what's in it for me? What's in it for me? What's in it for me? After when you don't see anything, it's never you like shit lah. I hate the government. You know what I mean? But I don't.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't need if you don't. It's like if you don't need the help, you should be grateful. No? It's like when you. It's like those, when you, and I experience this quite a lot, like when I used to work in the emergency department, and then sometimes what the nurses do is they triage the patients. Okay, so some people need to go to the red zone, which means it's life or death, it's an emergency. Some people go to the yellow zone, which is not so, the problem is not so acute. Like for example, if you break a limb, or break a bone or it's a serious injury, but not life-threatening, you go to yellow zone.
Right.
And then most of the cases, we go to maybe 80% goes to the green zone. Cough and cold, headache, scrape your knee, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And these patients, they have to wait a bit longer because there's more of them.
Yes.
And so like, and they always like to barge in and say, hey, when is my turn? Why is it so long? And I wish they all knew that if you're being asked to wait, you're the lucky one. Because behind the curtain, there is someone who is about to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Exactly.
think people realize that because I'm not saying everyone, but there are a bunch of people who just feel so self-entitled that be like, hey, it's my right, it's my right, it's my right. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I selfish is the lack of a better word, but yeah, you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, people like Farah, they're actually not very intelligent. If they were a bit more smart, they will realize that if a large group of our citizens, i.e. the B40, go absolutely bankrupt, society will break down.
Yeah.
I don't say this lightly, but society will break down. And these people with no money, no food, nowhere to go, they'll turn to crime. And who will be the victims of the crime? The people like Farah.
Yeah.
So you are only as protected as the ones who are least protected.
Yeah,
I
true.
I kind of
That's
feel,
very
but
true.
then again, I mean, Jason, if you look into her Facebook page, I kind of feel like maybe she did this post on purpose because she's actually a person who works from home. She's been doing so for 9 years, and she does some online business, and she's making money. So, and then her other posts are like encouraging people to get in touch with her for consultancy if you would like to work from home and stuff like that. I don't know, but then again, all of her posts
If
are
she can
public.
work from home, I don't know how bad this thing will affect her. I mean, like the main reason why everyone's affected is because we don't work from home, and now we are forced to work from home.
Yeah.
So it's like, things is going not as usual. You get what I mean? But if you're already working from home, I guess that that means you should be fine right now, right? Like your business shouldn't be affected in too much compared to other people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just thinking only whether that could be a case.
I don't know. I think she's just like maybe a little bit unhappy that I'm and there are a lot of slides, by the way. Okay, a lot of slides to read to basically understand what the government is subsidizing. And after you spend maybe half an hour trying to read and understand, and maybe sometimes Google Translate because your bahasa is not that great. Then after all that effort, you realize, shit, there's nothing in for me. fuck, I just wasted half an hour of my life. Give me my 30 minutes back. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe again, you know, I like for the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's doing it for attention. You know, maybe she's doing it for clout. You know, but then again, you know what it's just funny because she literally just shot herself in the foot.
Yeah, I think she just, I don't know. I think she's just a dumb cunt.
Oh,
Straight for the jugular. Pow.
well, Jason Leong, straight to the point.
My words are my own opinions and do not reflect the views of Ginny Boy TV or the producers of this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay,
Since
so
you're on the topic of Twitter, right?
Mhm.
Actually, I was going through your Twitter the other day, Jason, and I just want to ask you this something related to the numbers. You know, every 5 p.m.,
Yes.
the KKM will release the numbers of how many are infected, like the reports of how many are infected.
Yeah.
And you tweeted this very interesting thread in saying that the rise in daily cases is not something to be panicked about. I was just like,
Yeah.
I want to get into that a bit because I think a lot of people don't understand why.
Huh? A lot of people don't understand why. Oh no, then
no, because everybody
The
I
because
mean, like everyone,
because
yeah,
everybody
everyone
would,
failed.
would think that, you know, if the cases are higher, we're doomed. You know, everything is getting
Exactly,
bigger. We're doomed. So
Yeah,
I
I
just want to take this opportunity to, you know, just like put that word out there, lah.
yeah, so okay,
Okay, so-
before we actually get straight to it, I just want to read out Jason's tweet. At least, you know, everybody listening will kind of understand that what we're talking about. So I think you tweeted this like what, 2 days ago?
26th of March at 7:31 p.m. I have it right in front of me.
All right, read it out. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, Jason, yeah, just bring it through. Bring us through it.
Okay, so I said that the Ministry of Health will be increasing the amount and frequency of COVID-19 testing,
Mm-hmm.
and therefore the rise in daily cases reported is not something to be panicked about. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the reason for this is because when you test more, you're going to get more cases. It's as simple as that. The reason why the amount of cases that are positive can only be as big as the amount of testing you do.
I see.
Like for example, let's say now I go to a country, an isolated town in Africa,
Yep.
and I test that town, but I only have 5 test kits.
Okay.
Okay, and the town has like say 100,000 people,
Wow.
and I have only 5 test kits. I test 5, and all are positive. So
Mhm.
my report will be, oh, I have reported 5 new cases in that town.
I see.
Oh, and then you go, oh, only 5 cases. That's very low, but that's because I only have 5 test kits.
Right.
If I have 100 test kits, it is if they all come back positive, I wouldn't have known if I only have 5 test kits.
I see.
Mm.
Okay,
I see.
so right now the Ministry of Health, this week I think they're doing about 7 to 8,000 cases tests a day.
Wow.
Okay,
Wow,
Yeah.
a day.
yeah, a day. So and next week is going to be 16,000 cases.
Okay.
I think 16,000
Wow.
16,000 tests a day.
A day.
So that means is that they can now cast a wider net. Now, when you cast a wider net, you're going to get a bit more fish. That is nothing to be panicked about,
Okay.
Mm.
right? So, and the reason why I tweeted is because I was trying to make sure that people do not get demoralized if the number of cases go up, because it does not mean that the MCO is not working.
I see.
Yeah, the MCO is working because the function of the MCO is to stagger the cases, is to delay the onset of new cases so that our healthcare services are not overwhelmed.
So basically, what they're doing with this is they are basically getting to the current cases faster.
Yes, so yes, the cases the people that are positive. If the more you test,
Mm-hmm.
you're able to get those patients detected earlier.
Right. Right.
And when you detect earlier, there's a higher chance of recovery and less chance of mortality.
Okay. So obviously,
Yeah, so-
you know, I mean, they are private hospitals are actually also allowing you to drive through and test. Whether you're positive with the coronavirus as well, but you know, it costs a bomb. I think if I'm not mistaken, it's from 500 ringgit to like 700 ringgit. So
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
And also the I think what the Ministry of Health has said is that the ones that are in the private hospitals are not necessarily very accurate. So because right now I think the ones in the private hospitals, they test for the antibodies, which is what your body produces to the virus after you've gotten the virus.
right.
Mm.
Okay, so sometimes you may have the virus, but your body has not produced the antibodies yet.
I see.
So
Oh,
when you test
okay.
when you test for the antibodies may not be there yet. So the test that the Ministry of Health does is they do a reverse PCR or something where they try and they detect the virus and they replicate it again. So if the virus is replicated, means there is a virus in your bloodstream,
Mhm.
therefore it's positive. So the test that Ministry of Health does is to check whether you have the virus as opposed to whether you have the antibodies to the virus.
So you
Oh.
could go to a private hospital and you could come back negative, whereas where in reality you could actually have the virus, but because the
Yeah.
antibodies are not produced yet.
Yeah, and so the more important, or rather the more dangerous part of this is, let's say you, Ryan, you go and test in the private hospital, and it comes back negative. Okay, but actually you have the virus. Okay, then you go and tell your friends, hey guys, relax, I'm not COVID positive, and then you spread it to other people.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Whereas
And then it's gonna be very hard to trace also already.
yeah, whereas had you been tested with the more specific test, which is the one that tests for the antigens of the virus, if you have gotten positive, you would have been isolated immediately.
I see. Wow.
So right now that's why if you look at what South Korea did. South Korea at the very beginning they tested widely. They just said, okay, we're gonna let anyone who wants to be tested just drive through. It's very fast. You take a swab and you get your results within 10 minutes.
Wow.
So because of this aggressive test,
Mhm.
the people who were positive, they quickly isolated them, and as you can see now, their death rates are super low,
Yeah.
and their tapering of their curve has been flattened already.
Yeah.
This is because, and why is it such low mortality? Number one is because by virtue of more testing, you get more positive cases, and when you have the deaths over the big number of positive cases,
Mhm.
of course the percentage will be much lower. Okay,
I see.
by virtue of doing more testing, you're going to get more people who don't die versus people who die.
Ah,
Right?
True.
yeah.
That's true.
Dude,
Yeah.
I mean,
And secondly,
mhm.
because they test early, those people who could have died, for example, the elderly people,
Yep,
they are
yep.
more at risk of dying.
Mhm.
These elderly people with COVID-19, they were detected early, and then they quickly sent to hospital, isolated and treated, so that they have a better chance of recovery.
I see.
Now, the reverse of this is what happened in Italy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I was just about to ask. Then I mean, why is Italy going through what
So-
they're going through right now?
Yeah, so Italy is going through what they're going through right now is because their curve was not flattened. Okay,
Mhm.
and Italy is an example, a cautionary tale of what happens when your number of cases overwhelms your healthcare facilities.
Mhm. Mhm.
When the number of cases overwhelm your healthcare facilities, you cannot diagnose and treat and isolate. Then it's going to spread even further, resulting in more deaths.
Oh my gosh.
So it's right there. It's for a brief moment it ran away. The healthcare system couldn't cope. That is why right now I think today there are 51 doctors in Italy have died.
Oh my god.
They record like 1,000 deaths a day.
Oh yeah.
So this is really a national tragedy and disaster.
I
I think
I heard in Italy they stopped treating patients over a certain age or something like that as well.
yeah.
is it?
So see, that's another marker of how it has been overwhelmed already. They cannot save everyone, so they choose who to save and who to let die.
It's like a war
So-
zone.
Yes. So that is why our Malaysia's MCO is so important. Is because initially, alamak, we thought we had it under control. Then cases slowly started to spike.
Mm-hmm.
So the Ministry of Health realized that okay, we may not be able to contain this anymore. So they had to rush ahead of the curve. So with the MCO, it kind of staggers the cases so that instead of getting 1,000 cases in one day,
Mm-hmm.
which is what other countries are facing,
Yep.
you are now getting 1,000 cases spread over a few weeks, spread over at least a week.
Okay,
Okay.
I see.
So
okay.
so this means our Kementerian Kesihatan, they have bought themselves time to source for ventilators, equipment, PPEs, the masks, the gloves, and It allows the frontliners to take a break and recuperate again. So that is why the MCO is so important. And the real purpose of the MCO is not necessarily to reduce the number of cases, but to buy the Ministry of Health time.
I see. And I just today I was reading the news. They actually mobilized the MAPS Serdang. I think is it the convention center? MAPS. Is it MAE?
Yeah, MAEP.
Yeah, and then they basically use those convention halls, those huge convention halls where you can hold your comic cons and like whatever not. Yeah, they basically put patient beds there, and I was like, wow, that's and not that to say that they are being used, but they said we are preparing for the worst.
Exactly. So that is why I'm really comforted by that, because you see the difference, you see the difference in the narrative that our Malaysian Ministry of Health is setting versus the news that you get from, say, Italy, Spain, America, and now the UK.
Yeah.
Right? The news you get from those countries are, we are running out of equipment, we need help, we need funding, we are letting people die, Donald Trump is doing a bad job, equipment is not reaching us, we're going to run short of equipment in 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, whatever. Yesterday I remember reading in the news, or 2 days ago, Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York.
Yeah.
New York is right now the
highest infected,
epicenter.
in the States.
Crazy.
It is the epicenter of the current epicenter of the outbreak.
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
I think
30 over 1,000, is it?
Yeah,
More
I think
than
New York
that.
alone is
Yeah, it's more than that
40,
now.
40.
Yeah, because right now
Okay.
in the States it's about more than 100,000 people infected.
Yeah. So Andrew Cuomo said, I will turn the city upside down to get more hospital beds.
Oh wow.
That is a tone of desperation. But I mean, that's what you should do.
Yeah.
So at least our Ministry of Health, look at what they're saying. They're saying, okay, we have prepared all this. So in case the worst happens, we have this, we have this, we have this. We have ventilators. The DG has said that they are going to buy a new batch of like 200,000 new test kits, whatever, from Korea, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So this is so important, because right now this is like you know the storm is coming. You're battening down the hatches. You're bringing all the people inside. You're securing your castle. You have time. The other countries, they are running out of time.
Wow. And
Wow.
I mean, look, I would love to commend the frontliners and stuff. That I know some people may disagree with me, but I kind of want to commend KKM Putrajaya for doing a great job. I think they're doing a great job.
Yeah, and I will touch on this in my own time also, but you have no idea how badly paid the doctors and nurses in KKM are compared to other countries, and yet these doctors they do the jobs really, really well. They are super dedicated, and if it wasn't for them, we would have been in big trouble.
Yeah, and I mean, apart from the whole drinking warm water and to be honest, we haven't really heard. Haven't really heard from him anymore. I think after that whole fiasco.
I think that's a good thing, lah.
No, I mean, it's like I don't know. Okay, to me, it feels like as if like the ministry or the government has kind of realized, okay, look, we kind of made a mistake somewhere. Don't do this again. And it's kind of like, okay, they kind of like put him in the back end and ask him to do other things instead of being the frontliner of the media, that kind of thing. So like, look, this guy can't do media. This guy can't do PR, right? So let's just have him do something that's better, which is not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It kind of means that they're acting on it like really quick. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the ministry, the Menteri Air Swam should be relegated to like being a cheerleader and no, I'm serious. No, I mean it seriously. Like and bringing up the morale of the troops. But at the end of the day, it's glaringly obvious that the real general in this fight, in this war, is the DG, Dato Dr. Nur Hisham.
Yeah, dude. Every time I see his face, right, and he comes out and talk, it's like he looks like my next door uncle that I like to say hello to every morning. Who waters the plants, and then after that.
Are you sure he's not the uncle next door?
No, he's not. You know, he's the uncle that waters the plants, and then when you come back from school, like, hello boy, how are you? How's your school? Be careful, it's raining, so you better bring all your supplies out, just umbrella, everything, just in case it rains. That guy that basically keeps you in check. He gives me that reassurance that, hey man, I'm only doing this for your own good, that kind of thing. So that's kind of a good thing. And I mean, Dala, we all stuck at home, right? What else? What other things can we follow apart from the news that's happening to our current country? But I mean, like, what do you guys think of the Prime Minister's speech yesterday? The part where he said that we may not be the government that you guys voted for, but this is the government that cares. I mean, what do you think about that?
I think that one line, in my opinion, I think it's something you will never hear our previous government say.
Yes,
we are not the government you vote for. To admit that fact, I feel he realized that right now politics is aside. The health of the rakyat comes first. So when I heard him say that line, I was like, okay, at least he acknowledged that fact that the political situation may not be the most ideal or whatnot, but that is not our priority at the moment. Our priority is to save the country and cure all the people and help as many people as we can.
What do you think, Jason?
I think that's obviously the right thing to say. My only question is, why did he have to say it in English when he could have said it in Bahasa Malaysia and everyone would have understood? Why only say it in English? And obviously, certain kampongs, villages, townhouses, longhouses in Sabah, Sarawak, and several other parts of the rural areas may not be able to understand. Why didn't he just say that in Bahasa Malaysia and get it over with? Or is it not meant for certain ears? But I think that's the right thing to say, of course. I think most of us are willing to put politics aside, and once this outbreak is resolved, then we got to address the fact that this is not an elected government.
Yeah, but okay, for those of you who were basically or did not actually see this, okay, yes, the Prime Minister actually made a speech yesterday, but somebody decided to take that speech and decided to put a soundtrack behind that speech. I'm gonna play it for you guys right now. You guys really listen to this. This is really dramatic. Listen to this.
Saudara-saudari yang saya kasihi, we are a nation at war with invisible forces. The situation we are now facing is unprecedented in history. And this government may not be the government that you voted for. But I want all of you to know that this government cares for you. I accepted the fact that I came in as Prime Minister, as your Prime Minister, not at the best moment. I face political, economic and health crisis all at the same time. And this unprecedented situation, of course, requires unprecedented measures. So my dear brothers and sisters, and the children of this beloved country, whether you are a Malay, Chinese, Indian, Sikh, Iban, Kadazan, Dusun, or Asal, please bear with me. And of course, my friends in the cabinet and the government. We are not perfect, but we are doing the best we can to pull through this crisis together as one nation. And God willing, we'll come out stronger when this crisis ends and the dust settles, inshallah.
Yeah, but you gotta say that. I mean, the soundtrack really was quite awesome when you put it under his speech.
I can't hear the recording. I think I saw the video before.
Yeah, and then that was not bad. It's not bad. It was pretty okay. But yeah, but of course, you have some people out there who's basically saying, oh, he's just doing this for the likes and whatever, not and this and that. But whatever. I mean, I just think that as what Ryan said before or earlier on, is like he's never ever heard any of our Malaysian leaders say something like that before in front of the nation, which I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, man. I mean, like that basically brings us to the end of the show today. Before we go, Jason, would you like to say anything?
I'd like to say, guys, please keep staying at home. By staying at home, you're helping our frontliners, and they really, really need your help. So stay at home, and together we're gonna beat this. United we stand, but not so close together.
Social distancing, guys. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Ryan, before we go, do you want to say anything?
No, yeah, just pretty much to summarize what Jason was talking about. So stay at home, do your part in helping to flatten this curve, and hopefully we'll come out of it a stronger nation, and we come out of it with all our people still alive and happy.
Yeah, and thank you so much for listening to the podcast. We are going through a lot of struggles. Everyone is. I mean, not just us. A lot of businesses are having it even worse than us. But we'll try our best to basically, put out as much episodes as we can to entertain people who are losing their minds at home. Jason's got a show. It's what's it called again now? The Everyday Jason, the whole day Jason Leong show.
No, it's actually the whole day Jason Leong show sounds good. It's called the All Day Show with No Budget with Jason Leong.
Dude, I think everybody's watching it. It's doing so well. Congratulations on that, man.
Thank you, man. Learn from you guys.
Oh, man. Yes, thank you so much for listening, Ryan. Stay home, stay safe. We're trying our best to put out as much content for you guys. But of course, in the meantime, do stream us on Spotify. You can stream us on iTunes, Apple Podcasts. You can stream us on YouTube, but we're suspending all video podcast episodes for now. You can actually listen to us on YouTube without any video. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Stay home. Remember, help flatten the curve. We'll get through this. Speak to you guys next time.
Okay, bye-bye.